What's going on? It's Trending Story. If it's your first time here and you want to find out new facts that will definitely make you smarter and more well informed, make sure to subscribe and activate the notifications bell so you don't miss anything.
Animals are a lot smarter than people think. Maybe even smarter than people sometimes. How cute the animals look when captured on camera. Most of all pets are in the frame. All social networks are filled with cats and dogs. Sometimes the animals do really amazing things. You've probably heard some amazing stories about household pets rescuing their owners in various ways, such as alerting them to house fires or even sniffing out cancer. But one could argue that domesticated animals are so attuned to people because they're around them all the time. Is it possible for a wild animal to save a human? And even if it is possible, why would they bother? Dogs are known to be man's best friend because of their boundless loyalty and willingness to protect their masters. We hear numerous stories of pooches that give their lives to save their owner without a second thought. Why are dogs so fiercely protective of their masters, and why do they display such loyalty? A dog will consider you to be part of his family as much as you consider him to be part of yours. They grow up knowing you and get used to having you around. Dogs do not take too kindly to those who seemingly pose a threat to their family for this reason. Protectiveness comes from a dog's wolf's ancestors and centuries of breeding, which means that dogs instinctively know when a human child is in need of care. Dogs are man's best friend. Dogs are one of the most popular pets in the entire world. They're fun, loving, and protective. Speaking of protective, dogs will do anything to make sure their owners are in safe hands. Some dogs are more protective than others, but ultimately if a dog loves their human, they're going to protect them. This point can be proven when a dog protects a baby. Babies are incredibly cute. Unfortunately, due to their age, they're defenseless against most violent acts. In this video, parents decided to test this theory out. Did dogs protect their human friends when in danger? One dad tested the theory by hitting his son with a pillow, but their German Shepherd was having none of it. He immediately begins barking and bravely snatches the pillow out of his dad's hands. Another dog proved his love for his human by rescuing her while she was drowning, aka flailing around with floaties in a pool shallow enough to stand in. In a heartwarming moment, the dog swam to her rescue, allowing her to grab onto his back as he swam back towards the edge of the pool, where she could safely hang on until another human came to help her. This video proves how loyal and protective dogs are of their human brothers and sisters. They rescue children from pretend abuse, pretend thieves, pretend drowning, and even pretend kidnapping. We've seen enough stories about it to know that animals can be very protective of their human families, young or old. But usually it's the dogs that are in the spotlight. Well, not this time. Check out how this incredible cat jumps in when he thinks his young master's in trouble. Any father would be reassured in knowing that they have a family pet that's willing to protect his child at all costs. That's why this father decided to put his cat to the test. It was all an act. In this video, you can see the father in question pretending to hit his child. In reality, he's only tapping the side of the baby seat and speaking loudly. The baby's in no pain, but the kitty doesn't know that. Not hesitating for a single second, the black cat launches at the father, claws out. And when the father pushes him away, he leaps again, and again, and again. This cat won't give up on his little owner. He'll do anything in his power to keep him safe, even if that means putting himself in danger. The biggest gesture of love. This heroic act shows just how much this brave little kitty loves his new human brother. He's prepared to go up a much bigger adversary to defend him. This goes to show, as a recent study has in fact proved, that cats love their owners just as much as dogs do. Sorry, dog people, it's the kitty heroes who are in the spotlight today. There's no greater and more unconditional love than that of animals. This is how one of the internet users commented after seeing the unique scene that starred a German Shepherd dog. The dog has excited hundreds of users on Facebook and other social networks with his tender behavior, after observing that his owners were supposedly beating his little son. The curious episode was recorded in a unique recording that's gone viral on Facebook and Twitter, revealing the unexpected behavior of the dog before an alleged act of violence. The man pretending to hit his baby in front of the dog, without imagining the tender episode that would star in this to protect the little. We all know the saying that a dog is a man's best friend. These faithful animals follow us, guard us, and show loyalty. The best example is this dog. The dog ended up becoming the protagonist of a curious viral video that accumulates millions of reproductions and reactions on Facebook. The heroic dog tries to bite the man when he tries to raise his hand to simulate the blow. The German Shepherd's alert as if the creature was in danger. As the man continues with his alleged abuse, the canine is mounted on the baby and able to protect it. The best bodyguard of all, the dog is considered man's best friend because of his disinterest and loyalty when it comes to relating to his loved ones. The dog, which remains in a state of alert since the beginning of the video, does not hesitate to bark and try to block the owner so that he does not harm the baby. The images have gone viral on social networks where everyone praises the heroic dog's gesture. In the images, which already have more than 32,000 views on Facebook and Twitter in the first day, we can see the moments when the man pretends to slap his little baby on the thigh, and the dog, who is watching behind the scene, quickly intervenes in defense of the baby, to whom he clings, hugging him tightly to try to protect him from the alleged aggressor. In the viral Facebook recording, it's observed how the dog runs to defend the baby, who can barely stand up, pushing the man's hand and covering his body with a touching hug. It's always been said that dog is man's best friend, and is not a coincidence. The images capture the moment in which a German Shepherd dog protects with his body a baby who is being mistreated by his father. It's wonderful love that animals develop for us, and their way of demonstrating the adorable, wrote one of the internet users after watching the viral video that's already been around the world after its diffusion in networks. As you can see in the images, a German Shepherd reacted almost immediately when he saw that his owner beat his son, a newborn baby. The man continues and the dog begins to attack the arm with which he's hitting, while the baby looks at the dog. Keep playing and slap your hand. The dog, hearing the sound, barks and keeps preventing him from touching it. The Facebook video reveals that, after realizing the fact, the animal approaches the aggressor and begins to bark, quite altered, while biting his arm. The act did not end there because, after realizing that his attempt to stop his owner didn't work, the dog chose to get on the bed and lie on the baby. Apparently, he was willing to receive the blows by the boy. The act surprised thousands on Facebook and generated all kinds of reactions among internet users who were stunned to see the clip. Most of them called him a hero and said that there's no better proof than this that a dog can become the best protector of a family. It's well known that the dog is considered man's best friend because of his disinterest and loyalty when it comes to relating to loved ones. This was proven once again by the dog that's gone viral on Facebook and other social networks in recent days. Insider published a report about a dog confronting a pedestrian in the park when he sensed fear for his friend. The dog attacked the man and made him fall on the ground while the mother and the younger sister were busy. The boy moved and started walking alone, and suddenly a man appeared walking next to the boy, and as it seemed that he tried to kidnap him, the dog attacked him immediately. On the other side, they talk about the father noticed the baby ran too far. The dog rushed to save the child, and daddy had a hard time. But the dog proved that he's the best nanny. What did you think of these protective pooches? Has your dog ever kept your children safe when they needed it, pretend or not? Let us know in the comments and show this article to a dog lover you know. Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video in social networks. We'll be right back to you as fast as we can.